Hello everyone, my name is Al Capone, and welcome to Rogue Legacy. Right, so I'm gonna take a look at Rogue Legacy. I've played a bit of it. I think it's pretty good. Alright, so here's... whoops, I forgot the controls. Right, so here's my little dude. This is my most recent person. Yeah, so that was a magic ability. I can hit this thing. Right. This is not starting off very well. Okay. So this here is the blacksmith. You can buy equipment from him using gold. As you can see in the top right corner, I only have 50. That's not going to get me anything. This lady can inscribe runes. If you find runes, she'll put them in your, she can put runes into your armor. So for instance here, I have this sprint rune, which I need to use, and it on my sword, and it allows me to press Q or E to dash forwards. So if we try that, oh no, it's dash backwards, I guess, which is pretty useful. Right, but there's a number of runes you can get, and you have to find them. And this guy will lock the previous dungeon in place for a % of the gold you get on the run. So if you find a particularly good dungeon, you can save it using this guy. Otherwise, you will you'll lose it and you'll have to get another one. Alright. So this is how you get into the dungeon. You have to walk up to this guy, and then he will take all of your money, so make sure you spend as much as you possibly can. And then you go inside. Alright. So now I'm inside. This is this little starting room. Since I didn't lock a previous dungeon in place, I know nothing about it. Alright, now breaking furniture is key because it will give you gold and other such things. Okay. Oh, I never noticed that. Alright, so I guess how the layout works is in the middle you've got the castle, then to the right, if you go far enough, you'll have the forest. If you go down far enough, you'll get to the dungeon, and up far enough, you'll go to the tower. Alright, that's useful, and I assume those have different types of creatures. Alright, and now my frame rate just got butchered. Right. So as you can see, some stuff is happening. These are one of the types of monsters, and I actually used my magic ability, which is this sort of flame thing. And those were a bunch of enemies, and they were trying to launch ice at me. And there's a tower of barrels. Yeah, you saw. So I can activate this, and it'll cost me mana. Okay, so that was a cursed painting. It's one of the enemies. You can activate them by hitting them or walking onto them, and you can tell they're cursed paintings if they either try to kill you, or this one did a little wobbly thing, so that's one of its tells. Another one is if it's just in a very strange position. Then you can test it by trying to hit it. Alright, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but there's a lot I want to cover. Alright. Right, so currently... So yeah, this is a Castlevania-style game. Or Metroidvania, what am I saying? Ow, ow, that hurt. Ouch. Okay, so I died. This game does have permadeath, so when you lose your character, he's gone for good. But here's where some interesting part comes into play. As you can see, it says choose your heir. And now I have all of these I have 3 different people to choose from, all with their own different little things. So for instance, this character is a paladin, which means I can block and take no damage at the cost of mana. And this character had I think it was stereo blind, and that's why when a character turned, it looked like they were pieces of paper flipped over. Right. So he can't see in 3D. He can also summon a blade wall. Then you have the knave. He's got low stats, but he can deal a ton of damage. He's got ectomorph, so he gets hit, so he gets knocked back more. and he knocks back enemies more, and then he's got the shock room ability, which is pretty good. Then Priscilla is a barbarian, and she is a beast. And then ADHD makes me move faster, I guess, and she can send scythes flying out. So I'm going to take her, because she looks good. And you can also upgrade here. And this will give you a bunch of passive buffs that go out throughout all your heroes. Your gear also gets to stay. I'm trying to decide whether I want to... Actually, I can go back at any time. So it's not a problem. Yeah. So as you see there, I can go back from the shop just to here. Though once you're in the dungeon, you can't actually come back here. You have to die to come back. Alright. So currently I've only got a new helmet and a new sword, which is probably why I'm dying so much. And I want to check to... Okay, I can buy... Okay, I don't have blueprints for a cape, but I can buy the Squire limbs. And then I'm going to go back here to see what I could get. Better hurt means better health. I want to buy that, but it's too expensive. I can't purchase that either. I can't buy that either. Right, so equipment will weigh you down, and you need an upgrade for more, so you can have more weight. This training dummy allows you to hit it, and as you can see at the top by its health bar, it'll give you a little message. Alright, let's check what runes I can put on. Got the dash rune already. A vault rune. Ooh. Okay, so that's a double jump, but runes are fairly expensive as far as I can tell. And these runes bind to these particular pieces of gear. So for instance, if I got a new sword, I wouldn't have the dash rune anymore. I'd have to repurchase the dash rune. Alright. Fortunately, I've got 130 gold, but I can't spend it on anything. So as you can see, I just had to give Sharon all my gold to get back in. Which is why you really should spend all your gold before you go in for another run. Alright. And again, I didn't lock in my decision. I didn't lock in the previous dungeon. Oh, I should talk about this. This is also a thing. You can find journal entries. And they give you the story. I'll leave you folks to find them because they're quite interesting and I don't want to spoil anything. Ah, new enemy. Okay, let's try the sides. Right, I remember the sides. Ow, that hurt. Okay. This game has so much health conservation. You really want to conserve your health because otherwise you will die very easily. There's also a wizard class that regains mana with each kill, which is really nice if you want to be casting a lot of spells. Alright. Ouch. Okay. So as you can see, I'm breaking everything in case it drops stuff. And that's about all the game has to offer. I mean, honestly, as far as I can tell, there's nothing really more. Which is a bit disappointing. I mean, I think there's bosses. I've not encountered one yet, but I'm pretty sure there's bosses. But this is pretty much all you do. You go through, you kill people, you get back out, you buy upgrades, so you can go in and kill more people, so you can die, so you can go back out, so you can get more upgrades. It's a never-ending loop. Now, one of your driving forces to play the game is to find out the story, but the diary entries are so far apart. They're spaced so deep in the dungeon that it'll take you a very long time to find. Like, it took me forever to find the 3 that I did. Alright, let's see. Can I make that jump? Not quite. Can I make it with it? No, I can't. Alright, so here's an area that I don't think I can... Oh, no! There we go. Oh, drop down. Jump! Made it. Awesome. Now I can collect that gold and drop down. Right, those are platforms that you have to do this at. So you have to attack these platforms and then they'll disappear. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, you can attack downwards from the air. There we go. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce on your head. There we go. Yeah, so that's really useful to stay out of the fight while still dealing a bunch of damage. Oh, wow, I'm really low on health. Alright, I think I can use this little attacky pad thing to jump up here. Oh no, giant boss man. Ow. Yeah, there wasn't really any way I was going to survive there, but that is pretty much all the game has to offer as far as I know. I might play through another error before I end this video, because, yeah. Kind of want to show... Aw, yes, there's a mage. Alright, so... yeah, they've got all of these different little things with each person. So, for instance, this guy is insane. Or this lady, I suppose. Yeah, they've got all of these different abilities. Some of them do nothing. Some of them entirely change the gameplay. Let's buy a health up. Since I've got to give all my money to Sharon anyway, there's no point in trying to save up. Yeah. So, as you can see, this guy will take 70% of the gold, but he'll keep the previous dungeon configuration, instead of it being randomized. So if you have a really good dungeon that you found, it might be worth it to give him 70% of the gold, so that you can keep going. I had a really nice one previously, where I managed to find this sort of evil dark area below. I assume that must be the dungeon from this diagram. And I got my ass kicked, but then I just locked in the dungeon and it was all good. Because I was a barbarian and so I could absolutely wreck everything. I don't know what that second ability thing is for. I've not figured out how you can get more than one spell. So... alright, drop down there. That painting's evil again. That was a very close call. Gotcha. Alright, killed him before he could get that spell off. Yes, gotcha. Yeah. I think after this one dies, I might just end it, because, again, there's not really anything more to the game, as far as I can tell. Downward attack. I missed. La la la. Ow. Well, that was quick. Rogue Legacy, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting ideas, interesting game. I must say it gets a bit grindy, because you keep dying and then you keep just going through the motions again and again and again, but it's still fairly interesting. I don't know the price. I will probably put that on an annotation, along with a link to get the game in the description if you wish to. My name has been Al Capone, and I will see you next time.